180 years since first it was contested, and still there is a special space in Britain's springtime sporting diary for the University Boat Race. Preceded, as every year since 1965, by the Reserves Race, which was won a short while ago by ISIS, that is Oxford's Reserves, by 4 lengths. Goldies still lead that series 28-17. And that leaves the river clear for the boat race. 4¼ miles, flown over for you now by 2 men who've battled over it in blue boats gone by, Wayne Pommen and Tim Foster.
Yeah, the long wait will be over and the crews lining up on the start. It will be Cambridge on the left as we look at it, Oxford on the right. Oxford will have the inside bend, the big advantage around Craven Cottage and onto the milepost.
And then it's past Hare's Depository on the left and straight on through under Hammersmith Bridge, under that crucial second lamppost from the left, where the fastest stream is meant to be. And here it will be round the Surrey Bend, Cambridge needing to use their advantage on the inside as the crews keep bending round to Chiswick Gate on the right.
They're just past halfway here, and this is where Cambridge will have the big advantage around this big Surrey Bend. Oxford will have to work hard around the outside until we get to the final quarter, where it's again in Oxford's favour. We have to shoot the middle arch of Barnes Bridge, and they're 3 minutes to home.
And then if it's still a close race, it'll be legs and lungs burning, and the question is, who's got the gas in the tank to get there first?
There's the course, and here, one more time, are those who must negotiate it. In the Oxford bow, a return to the blue boat for Poland's Michał Plotkowiak. The president is back in the 2-seat, Colin Smith, British Olympic silver medalist. And then 2 Americans, Alex Hearn at 3, a Princeton graduate, and 16 going on 17 stone, Ben Harrison is the heaviest in the race. At 6'9", Dutchman Sjoerd Hamburger is the tallest man in the race. He is colossal. And 28-year-old Kentish man Tom Salisbury is the oldest man in the race, a British Olympian. At 7, George Bridgewater won Olympic bronze for New Zealand. No bigger engine on either side. And Croatia's Ante Koshurin is the stroke that they say they would follow to the gates of hell. Steered there by their analytical American cox, Colin Groshol. And so Cambridge. And their bowman is pocket dynamo Rob Whitemeyer, the lightest, slightest of the 16 oarsmen. Old Etonian president Henry Pelly is at 2, a popular, driven leader. And recovered from his bad back, Tom Ransley has finally settled into the number 3 seat. Alongside another returning blue, and that is Vice President Peter Marsland. At 5, Obama campaigner, it is Declan Yes We Can McCachran. And he is next to the life and soul of the party, Australian extrovert Hardy Kubash. Ryan Monaghan, last year's late call-up, is over his fitness fright and is okay to sit in the number 7 seat in stern pair partnership with their silky smooth stroke, Silas Stafford. And the Cambridge Cox for the 3rd year running is the laudably unflappable Rebecca Dalbiggin. Seconds away. The biggest heavyweight bout in 180 years of boat race history. Overseen by Boris Rankov, now a 3-time umpire. While the Coxes have their arms in the air, it is an indication that they are not ready to start. Rebecca Dalbiggin of Cambridge is ready. Colin Groshol stalls it. Stand by for the 155th different variation on this enduring theme. Never two the same. The Blues are away.
Very poor start from Cambridge there. Rebecca just stuck her hand out to say she wasn't ready, literally as the umpire was saying go. So problems on Cambridge on the stroke side means they didn't quite go off straight.
So now they must find full throttle as they reach out over these first fuel-thirsty yards simply for momentum, converting months of stockpiled energy and fitness and technique into efficient boat movement, competing for rhythm now, and for the right to be first to occupy the stream. It is a scrap for the early initiative.
The first few minutes here are very important. Oxford a very strong crew. We'd expect them to be fast off the start, and remember, in a few minutes' time, they have the advantage of the first bend. Very important for Cambridge to stay in this right now.
Because of the problems Cambridge had off the start, Oxford got about half a length in the first 5-6 strokes, but Cambridge have settled a little bit better and are starting to peg Oxford back. And I think now the crews are coming back to level and they're being warned by the umpire for the first time.
Let's get down and hear from the Oxford Cox, Colin Grosjean.
2, that's it, now, you're lengthening out, boys. 3 seats out, boys. They can't hang with your power. We're at 37, bigger, deeper finish.
Urging them on, rhythm, boat movement, boat position now key as the Coxes assimilate each other's early movements. Warnings from the umpire.
Yeah, they're getting a bit close to each other, and what's very interesting is that Cambridge have pulled back and they're rowing at a much lower rate. They're cruising along. It's going to be very interesting to see if they can keep pulling ahead here.
Oxford Cox was calling for more length. Yeah, we've had that first minute where the stroke rates are high, they're getting lots of strokes in, and now they're looking for the length and rhythm, which is going to carry them over the next 17 minutes of this race. I would say it's Cambridge at the moment that have settled a bit better, and Oxford, yeah, they're powerful, but they're slightly misfiring.
Oxford have the first bend, Cambridge have the lead. Into their boat and Rebecca Dalbiggin. First major bend is immediately upon us as the Fulham Wall swings round towards Craven Cottage. It is a bend that is kind to Oxford on the Middlesex side. The onus very much on them to lead out of it if they can, because if Cambridge hold on or better from the initially disadvantaged Surrey side, then they are very well positioned to cash in on the big bend which comes up after Hammersmith Bridge.
Yes, the next minute and a half is all about Oxford. How much of the inside of the bend can they take advantage of? Rebecca Dalbiggin there was saying that she feels she's pushed Oxford over quite a long way. She was comfy with her position on the river, and I think I agree. At the moment, Oxford are a long way over to the Middlesex station, and Cambridge are actually dominating the middle of the river.
Most recent warning was for Cambridge. There hasn't been a clash of oars. They're comfortably apart now.
No danger of a clash at the moment. Cambridge have kept in this. Oxford have taken their third of a length advantage from the first bend. Now, what's going to happen from now to Hammersmith? Can Cambridge stay in it and then take advantage of their bend?
It's the stern pair, Koshurin and Bridgewater, vast and rhythmic, the pair of them, so important to Oxford, who have, what, a quarter of a length's advantage at this stage, as gradually the unrealistically high early stroke rates give way to manageable race pace. Past the Black Boy, Beverley Brook, Barn Elms on the Surrey side. That is the south bank of the river. And past also the first of the iconic landmarks on the Middlesex side, up to the mile post, for which the record is just over 3.5 minutes. It is a pretty quick race.
It's good conditions, it's good rowing, it's fast, it's good. And at the moment, star performer is Rebecca Dalbiggin. She's dominated the Oxford boat. She's actually pushed them over the river. She's kind of used her bend, her experience very well now. The Oxford advantage of the first bend is over. It's now going to start to swing around in Cambridge's favour, and the umpire is starting to get annoyed with the crews, yeah, because they're going to have to come apart.